Howdy, friend. Welcome to Homegrown. I'm your host, R.P. Smith. Merry Christmas. If you're hearing me this morning, I hope that means that the lights are on at your place. We had half of our grandkids at our house through the coldest part of the week, and we were sure thankful the power stayed on. My grandson Clancy was curious about Grandpa doing a radio program and wanted to wish you listeners a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Clancy, do you remember my poem about the wise men going to look for the baby Jesus?
It's been a long time since I've listened to it, so not really.
It's just some thoughts I had about how that trip might have gone. But if you want the best version of the story, you need to read chapter 2 of the Gospel of Matthew. The book of Matthew tells the story of wise men from the east. I wonder if the trail boss on that trip was named Hopalong Ride-a-Beast. He may have just transferred from a research station to ag faculty at BCU when a couple of fellows from theology offered him a slot on the camel tour crew. They said they were heading west, that a star would guide their course, and they could use a man that knew his stock, be it camel, mule, or horse. Hoppy had a green-broke camel. He'd just switched from a bozal to a snaffle bit. He thought this would be a good chance to put some miles on it. Life out on the trail to the other guys was something kind of new. But Hop loved the nights and the campfire lights, and to their goal they were true. This troop continued on their journey in search of a newborn king. The stock was real well tended because Hoppy didn't miss a thing. They did begin to question directions, so in Jerusalem they stopped to ask. And who did they find but old King Herod to assist them with their task? "A newborn king," Herod exclaimed. "Well, isn't that just dandy sweet? When you boys find him, tell me where he's at, and I'll worship at his feet." Hoppy knew how to read livestock by the way they hold their ears. He didn't like the slant on King Herod's. Later on, a dream confirmed his fears. The group would leave Jerusalem, never to come back. The Lord told them in a later dream to go home on a different track. These men had been on the trail for at least a year, and probably even more. They continued on their journey until they found who they were looking for. Hoppy's friends were packing gifts of frankincense and myrrh, and Hop had made a custom set of golden donkey spurs. When they found that child king, they worshipped him till morning. That night an angel came to see Mary's husband. Of King Herod he was warning. So Mary, Joseph, and the Christ child from Bethlehem did flee. The wise men were thankful for the child king that they had got to see. Their journey may have been completed, but the story does not end. Our Lord still has the power to guide and broken lives to mend, and he can use any of us to serve him as he has planned. The first step isn't to ride a camel across some foreign land. Just accept the gift that was given a couple thousand years ago. Friend, you can have a peace on earth that only Jesus' friends can know. No matter what your call in life, be it professor or buckaroo, saddle up and follow the King of Kings. There's a place on the trail for you. Thanks for riding along on Homegrown this morning. Hoping that the Lord blesses you really good today and that our happy trails cross soon. I'm R.P. Smith.
And I'm Clancy Martin.
Wishing you a
Merry Christmas.